Carlton Dallas is with us now with our business report, and we're going to begin with a discussion about this stimulus package, the $2 trillion package. And you're going to unravel it for us and kind of go through some of the details. So, Carlton, good to have you with us. Go for it.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Robin. First of all, I think we owe a gesture of gratitude to the President, the Congress, for actually collaborating and participating jointly to get this moving forward. This is the largest stimulus package in the history of the United States of America, and it is absolutely essential. It is 800 pages long, so we're going to try to save you a little bit of time going through it. But for further information, contact your elected officials, your senators, your U.S. congressperson, your state government for some of the state-related things. But if I could just break it down very quickly, $350 billion for small business loans. This will be distributed through 4,200 lending institutions. So the government is using existing private enterprise to actually distribute the money through the SBA support and guarantees. So if you have any questions, you certainly can go to your lending institution. And there's quite a bit of detail, but let me just share some of the things that are in this particular aspect. Interest is capped at 2%, which is a superb rate. No payments for the first 6 months of the loan. Stock buybacks and dividends are prohibited during the course of the loan. And then there's also no offshoring or outsourcing of jobs, and there must be union neutrality. And what the government was trying to do, what our Congress and our President was trying to do, is actually to ensure that Americans, who I like to call Joe and Jane citizens, actually have jobs. 70% of our economy is driven by consumer spending, and we have to protect that.
Right.
There's also $500 billion for loans to distressed businesses, airlines, air cargo, Boeing. Again, stock buybacks and dividends are prohibited during the life of the loan plus 12 months. There's $454 billion for Federal Reserve programs. The Federal Reserve, prior to the stimulus package, had already injected $2.7 trillion into our capital markets, and that frees up lending so that commercial paper could still be distributed and bought on the open market, which is very important to us. $150 billion to state and local governments. It's going to be allocated by population, but every state will get a minimum of $1.25 billion.
Wow. And
then $150 billion for health care.
Yes.
So 102 hospitals, yes, research, ventilators, masks, and then just showing how thinking our Congress and President are. The greatest poverty levels are on our Indian land, and so $1 billion being set aside for the Indian Health Service.
Wow.
So that's what's happening with the CARES.
And so, Carlton, how does a business know how to access the money, and then how long will it take to really get that first check?
Yes. So the first check, the government is really focusing on expediting delivery of the checks. Contact the SBA. It is local. Just Google that. Or go through your own private lending organization. There are 4,200 of them nationwide. So most of the ones that are on our island here, banks, lending institutions, have connections, and they have been given information and materials to allow them to actually execute these loans very quickly.
Very good. So, Carlton, let's kind of talk local now. What are our local businesses doing to provide solutions during this difficult time? You've been out and about or talking with folks. So how are they surviving, if you will?
They are surviving by actually contracting expenses in the near term. They are absolutely moving with high energy to pursue the loans packages that we've spoken about earlier. Some of them are converting their businesses. We have local examples of that. Hilton Head Distillery, which produces spirits right here on the island. Some of the distilleries over in Beaufort, in Bluffton, that have been recently opened and created are also considering transferring their production from spirits to hand sanitizer.
Right.
And I think we all know how much of a shortage that is.
There's a similar ingredient, isn't it, in alcohol?
Yes. There sure is, Robin. There sure is. So it's very interesting that the private side, and very thankful we should be for the private enterprise also stepping in to help alleviate some of the shortages.
And Carlton, finally, financial literacy. So we're all stuck at home basically. So is there a way to improve our financial literacy online?
Yes, there is. Stay home, stay socially distanced, but also reach out to people such as Elaine Hadler, who is conducting the seminars, Gordon Fair, conducting seminars, the Small Business Development Corporation is conducting seminars. So Google financial literacy, stay at home, and you'll get some options there.
Great. Any final words for our viewers out there, Carlton?
Yes, we are one America. We are all in this together. Let's stay as one America.
And
Thank
stay
you.
healthy. Thank you so much, Carlton Dallas, with our business report, and we'll be right back.